I look up, and I mean, I stopped counting after about 6 spiders.
They said you were going to be in the wilderness.
Right. Like, you got Granddaddy Longlegs.
You're okay.
I know you have a petting zoo.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was not expecting petting spiders. I got my superpower naturally. I didn't need to get bit by a spider.
Tell us your superpower.
I'm cross-eyed. So I'm looking at Annsleigh and Maha right now at the exact same time.
Wow.
What's up, world? You're listening to Once Upon a BNB. It's Annsleigh.
And Ian.
Maha F baby, please say the baby. We have a special guest with us here today, my boy Danny. What's up? Welcome to Once Upon a BNB.
Hi, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
We actually got off to a great start because we didn't F that up. That was the
I
first
know.
time.
We
Good.
always fuck up the intro. That was the first time that it went
The
kind of
baton gets
smoothly.
dropped. Always. Sometimes they cut me out and then I drop it.
We're
but
like, and
sometimes
Ian is also here.
Thank you for joining us, Ian,
Yeah.
and catching the baton. But of course, Danny is our spotlight host for today.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
How's your
My
Sunday
fellow
going so far?
Clayton County in Clayco, what up?
It's going good. Traffic is a pain in the ass trying to get up here from Clayco. But excited.
You had to
Can't
take
lie.
Granny shopping today, didn't you?
Yep, my grandmother just turned 84, 85 on Thursday. So she hit me up. She's like,
It was
hey,
Thursday and you don't know for sure what age?
listen, I know
You
she's
forgot
old enough.
already?
Does grandma know for sure what it is?
I know,
Right. No,
right?
she's just like, look, I'm old enough to do whatever the fuck I want to do. And I'm like, I support it.
Yeah.
I support
Dude, when I get super old, like on my deathbed, like if I'm like 100, I'm going to try all the drugs.
Why at
Like,
100?
I'm going to smoke some crack.
Why wait till then?
That's
though?
probably going to take
Because,
you out.
I'm going to die. So just in case I become an addict. But I'm going to hit a crack rock. I'll probably try some meth. I'll
It's
snort a
gonna
little
take you
heroin.
out, Maha.
You're going to die at that exact moment. You
I know, right?
The
Are you
first
gonna-
one of those things.
Are you going to do it in week increments?
Like I get, like let's stay away from the crazy
I mean,
drugs.
I don't know if I'm going
Smart.
to have a plug at like 100 years old to find me these things, but
You're probably going to
knowing my hypothetical future grandchildren and great-grandchildren probably
if they don't
will.
fall from the tree, then I mean CBD. CBD.
Right.
Right, because,
So
we're lawyers.
what did Grandma purchase for her birthday when y'all went shopping?
I'm not going to put her business out there like that. She just wanted to go out there, and I told her I would take her.
And as a grandson, you did the right thing. You
Yeah.
always have
That
to
was
do
a
what
trick
Grandma
question that you
says.
passed. So.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
She
Also
told
heard
us to ask you that.
that-
Grandma called earlier.
Right.
Grandma knows how to use a. That's mean to my grandma, who's terrible at using
Oh,
her phone.
abuela.
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
I didn't get to see her today.
You
Gotta
didn't
go to
take her to
church today?
church?
No, only my mom did. But
Okay.
Ah.
yeah, it's a long story.
He
Her-
takes his grandma to church every, what?
Sunday.
Sunday. Every Sunday?
That's when church is usually.
Yeah.
I thought you
Every,
said
what day is
I thought
that?
you said that like once a month.
That was what I used to do.
Oh.
And then now post-pandemic, lately with work, I've been missing it, but I've been slacking. But we'll get back to the
abuela.
weekly church.
See, I knew it, but I appreciate both you guys' gestures.
We're
Gotta
just
call my
a
grandma.
couple of grandma's favorite grandsons over
That's
here.
right. He's not
Yeah.
wrong. Plus, my wife told me to do it if I wanted to. At a happy house, she's like, you're going to be late for your podcast. Go ahead and let them know.
Yeah. He
You're
did
taking your
text
grandma
me
there,
well
like-
in advance, like, look, I
Right.
got to take my grandma shopping. I was like, that's fine. I can't hate on that.
She sounds like she was pretty indecisive.
Right.
I don't know if you're setting me up for all women are indecisive joke or not. So.
You should have just brought her to podcast. You had to go to Buckhead, back to Fayetteville, and then back
That
up
would've
here
been
to
fun.
like.
I'm worried that, and I don't know what the
Dunwoody?
story is yet, but I'm worried this might send grandma to an early grave. Let's find out what.
This is not a grandma-friendly story.
Oh, no. It definitely is.
Okay. Was
Yeah,
grandma
yeah.
part of the story? Well, let's just jump into the story then.
I
Here
wish
you have a
you
great
were.
travel story for us.
Yeah, well, I don't know how great it is. More so of
I have
like,
a feeling it's going to be great.
for this reason, my wife and I do not plan our own trips anymore. We've completely given up.
This is the last planned trip.
Yes, this is the last planned trip. It was right as like it was 2020. COVID was already here, but I have two small children. They didn't go anywhere. They're still around. But we need to get the hell out of Clayton County. And so my wife and I planned a trip to Blue Ridge. And, obviously for those who can see me, I'm white. My wife is from Mexico. And so that in and of itself carries a lot of fun things and unique things that come with the racial relationship. And so we're like, you know what? Let's do something that we don't typically do, which is go camping. Now,
what part of Georgia for the listeners is Blue Ridge?
Yeah.
It's the sticks.
North.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like you have Atlanta and then you have Georgia. It was Georgia.
Yeah.
Right.
I've actually never been camping.
Yeah. Well, I hate
Me
camping.
neither.
I went camping as a kid. I tell people camping is what rich people do to pretend to be poor. I've actually been poor. I don't want to be poor.
Right.
Like I love air
No need to fake
conditioning.
it.
I love electricity. Like I love all those things. Like I didn't work hard to
Go in the
give them up.
wilderness.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And get
Are
attacked
you from
by
Georgia?
mosquitoes. Yeah, I'm born and raised in Clayton
Okay.
County.
You are a fellow personal injury attorney.
Yep.
Got your GTLA hat on, repping
Correct.
Georgia
That's
Trial
right.
Lawyers Association.
That's right. I do more.
We're not going to shout out your firm because you're a competitor, but
No, we're all in it together. We're in it together. There's no competition.
All
There's
right.
enough
Yeah,
time
ain't
for
no
everybody.
competition.
We will let you shout out your meme page.
Yes. So at some point, I'm going to mention lit attorney memes on Instagram.
at Lit Attorney Memes.
But anyway, so my wife and I are planning this trip up to Blue Ridge. She found this place. I don't remember the name of it, but they advertise like, oh, very spacious, nice cottages, minutes away from downtown.
Interracial couples welcome.
Right. Well, they didn't go that far. I mean, I just assumed it because we're in
Yeah.
2020, but
Right.
wrong.
We're in
I was
2021.
wrong.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't let her out of the van the entire time. They only dealt with me.
Damn.
That's
My kids could
that's
pass
my
it.
nanny back there.
Exactly.
Don't worry.
So that's actually part of the story.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So
I'll shut up.
Foreshadowing.
so were you there? Like, how do you know all of
That's
this?
hilarious.
So, it has a petting zoo. It's like
Wait, part
30
of the
minutes?
like rental is a petting
Correct.
zoo?
Yeah.
That's
What
awesome.
animals are allowed to be pet
No.
or available?
But how old are your kids?
at the time, my daughter was 7 and my son was 4.
Okay.
So this is just about a year ago.
Let's get back to the livestock available. What are we petting here?
Right.
Cows, goats, ducks, rabbits,
okay, an
just
array of
regular farm
animals.
animal
Yeah.
stuff, right?
I'll touch those, yeah.
Yeah, I'll pet it up.
I'm not talking a porcupine, I'm in.
So anyway, so we planned it out. It was going to be like a long extended weekend. Like we'd leave on Thursday and then come back on late Sunday, right? So cool. So I asked my wife, well, do they have a television up there? Yep. Television, DVD player. Great. So
DVD player?
yeah.
What year
Wait
is
a
it?
minute.
Right. Oh no, this is in Blue Ridge. So
Okay.
They just got DVD.
Right.
exactly. Exactly.
Netflix
There
still
must be a
sends.
difference.
Right.
Like,
Actual
is there a
DVD.
They can't
Blockbuster
get
nearby?
No, so we go to Redbox.
That is still a thing,
That is
surprisingly
wild.
enough. Like, I don't know who's
People
renting
steal
Red boxes.
Netflix DVDs. Like you can order.
No,
certain
that's not an
DVDs.
option anymore.
It's not.
No,
No.
they did away with that a while back.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh well.
Because I used to DVD, like, Netflix the shit out of some DVDs.
Right.
Same thing all the time, too. But How High? One of my favorite
course.
movies. Yeah.
So we go to Food Depot, and there's a Redbox there.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get a couple snacks. I go inside, and when I come out, I'm at the Redbox, and I look over, and there's a Forest Park police officer.
Oh no.
Oh,
At
y'all
my
are still in
vehicle.
Clayco.
Yeah, we're still in
The
Clayco.
Clayco
with
Food
this-
Depot.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. So we're still in Clayco, and this Forest Park police officer over there. I'm like, what the hell is going on here,
This
right?
is red flag number 1.
Right, red flag number 1,
We
right?
haven't even left the.
I haven't even got out of my county yet.
Damn.
Right. Well, they're still moderately tolerant, right? And so,
I mean, Clayton County is.
yeah,
Anyways.
It's a great place for
You're the
litigators
minority
to be.
there.
right, exactly. So, I'm doing my thing, and by the time I'm done, they're gone. So I go over there and ask my wife, I'm like, what was going on? She's like, somebody called the police on us. I'm like, why would they call the police on us? It's because my wife is about 4'11", looks like she's about 17, 18 years old.
Oh, God.
They saw the 2 kids in the car. They thought that somebody had gotten out of the van and left 3 children in the car
Stop. Oh, my God.
with the windows up.
Just because
Oh
she didn't
my
show up over the.
Just like, yeah, because she looks like a kid.
She needs.
That's amazing.
Oh, it's a third kid. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought at this point, I don't know
She's
how
like a
much that
teen
height
and then-
is sitting down, but I thought maybe she just didn't get over the window.
It's about this much.
Right.
She's shorter than Maha.
Right.
I don't know
yes.
how
I'm
tall Mom
5
is. Is there-
foot, half an inch.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I think she legally qualifies as like, don't you get a sticker if you're only 4'11"?
Can I get a sticker?
I know you can't
I
get it, but I
can't.
think she
Just
could.
because they look like children doesn't mean you give them stickers.
Right.
But anyway, so I'm like, yo, what in the world? She's just laughing, just hysterically laughing. She's like, somebody called the police on us. They were going to break the window.
What's up, world? Make sure you tune into Once Upon a BNB to interact and listen to all the wildest, craziest, and weirdest travel stories. And of course, for me and my other two lovely hosts, Ian and Maha. Make sure you like, subscribe to Instagram, YouTube, and all streaming platforms. And we'll catch you next time.
Because she's sitting in the back with the kids on the second row. And so they don't see anybody in the driver's seat. They don't see anybody in the passenger seat. The officer's knocking, and she's like trying to fumble, trying to get to the front to let them know. Finally, she opens the side door and is like, okay, yes, how can I help you? They're like, we got to call that somebody left 3 children unattended in a van.
God,
Looks like you lost one of yours.
Right, exactly. And so she goes, no, we didn't. These are my children. And the tall white guy over there, that's my husband. And so he's like, oh, our bad. As he had already brought him to his Aspeton ready to smash my damn window.
Oh, my God.
When you first said you described your wife, and then, for our listeners, you don't look like a little kid. No.
No.
He's like grown
I
man.
thought maybe we had another mistake.
Yeah, that he kidnapped 3 Mexican
Oh,
children.
yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Geez.
This white guy kidnapped 3
It could have
Mexican
gotten right. It could have gotten way worse than that, right?
Yeah.
How long were you in the store that somebody was that concerned that they called the damn? And also, their kids.
Human gone wrong.
Dogs, okay, dogs can't roll the windows down. Kids can.
Right. Now,
Yeah,
mind you,
kids in cars, that's
Yeah.
fine.
and it was on. The
They're
van was on.
what, 7, 8?
7 and 4.
Right.
Yeah.
They could have
Would you
opened
rather
the
the 4
door
to
if
8?
they got
Yeah, if
hot.
one needs to sit in the other one's lap to reach the pedals, I get it. That makes a lot of sense.
So that's the first red flag. So we finally get in the car and we're en route. to
Red
this
box, red
point.
flag,
Right.
Blue
There's a theme
Ridge.
here.
Let's go.
There's a
Red
theme
bone.
here. So we get up there, no mechanical problems, anything like that. The ride was relatively smooth considering 2 small children.
How many hours?
Are we there yet? God, I don't know, maybe 2.5,
that's
something
cool.
like that. It's like going from Atlanta to Chattanooga. It's
That's
around
smooth.
the same.
Yeah.
And so we get up there, and then there's no cell phone service at all.
Really?
Yeah, no cell phone service. And so we're just having to use
Can't
the
use your
vans.
cell phone when you can't usually, Maha.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't know.
It's primitive. Again, what
Gotcha.
rich people do to pretend to be poor, right? And so I'm like, I don't even know where to go. So we're relying on the van GPS. And then all of a sudden, I'm watching the GPS, and it's just off. There's no map. There's just no map. It's just
Oh,
it looks like
gosh.
I'm just floating in the air.
Oh,
And I was
wow.
like, well, I hope this is the right
You
way.
have fallen off the edge of the earth.
Right, exactly.
And the
That's-
roads here are probably getting pretty windy.
Yes, so we're going up a mountain.
Yeah.
Only one vehicle can fit and pass by at a time. So we had to move over a couple times. We had some people move over for us. And we pull up to this little sign. It's like such and such farm this way. I'm like, I think this is how serial killer movies start off, right? Like interracial family goes on a vacation.
Oh, yeah. And then,
Well, the good news
unfortunately,
is they'll
right.
probably die first.
yeah, your wife is not going to survive this scenario. I'm sorry.
Exactly. I didn't bring my friend Terrence with me because that would have bought us some time.
Oh,
Shout out to Terrence.
Right. That's
I
my
bet
boy.
I guess.
Terrence.
Okay, I can figure this one out.
Shout out to Terrence. I hope you're listening.
Terrence is reckless.
Right, exactly. He seeks out danger. He would have sought it out and handled it for us. So, but anyway, so we pull up to the top of I guess the check-in area, and the cabins are not just all kind of lined up. You have to drive to where your cabins are, and it's probably, I don't even know how many acres they have, but it's a lot, probably more than 10 or 12 acres of things to do on the premises.
Animals to pet.
Animals
and
to
such.
pet, cabins. They have a little trail for waterfalls. And so I pull up, and I go inside the check-in area, and it really does look like a serial killer, because this lady who looks like death comes up, and I'm looking around, and it's like a check-in area / what do they call it, gift shop.
Oh.
Gift shop area. And so you can buy trinkets, you can buy gifts, you can rent VHS movies.
No way.
Yeah.
We're making for that DVD
VHS is
player.
right.
Right. I was like,
It's the 2-in-1 DVD
Right.
VHS player.
You can rent board games, and they got some books and DVDs. I'm like, all right, cool.
It sounds awesome so far. But
So I tell her my name. She's like, all right, well, you just have to drive up the trail, up this way, and then you'll be at your cabin. I'm like, cool, bet. Get in the car, and in that same area, just to give you a picture, like there's like a little pond right there with some ducks there, and the kids are getting out. They're playing while I'm checking
All
in.
three of them.
Yes, exactly. And so they're feeding the ducks, and then I'm like, all right, guys, get in the vehicle. So we drive up. Now we're going up a hill that I'm not 100% sure it's safe for my van to even
I
get up
was
this
gonna say
thing.
the size of the vehicle versus
Yeah.
how windy those roads are, it gets pretty scary.
makes a difference.
Yeah, there were a couple of times that I wish that I had brought my truck instead of the van.
Because it gets, I had to ride. I had to drive my little Honda up the windy roads before. It gets tough.
And so we finally get up there, and from the outside, like there's our cabin to the left, and there's another cabin to the right.
Murder cabin.
Exactly. And so, we get out from the outside. Everything looks cool, right? Like there's no obvious signs of it being
It sounds cool so far.
downtrodden. There's no obvious signs of it not having everything that we need. It doesn't look like there's any vandalism on the outside. Like it looks fine.
That's a good
Right.
sign, I guess.
Exactly. There's no graffiti.
tags, spray paint.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
Go home.
right. Right. No gang graffiti. So I'm getting nervous at this point because that's what I'm used to. Right?
But
And
where's the gang graffiti?
I don't understand. And so, cool. Now, mind you, we've got a van full of food because we packed everything. We're like, cool. We're
No
gonna.
wonder you're, spend that much time.
In Food Depot, right. People
Right.
got worried.
Well, no, I would just went to Food Depot just for the snacks
Ah,
and to
okay.
get the red
The
box
red
because it was the
box,
closest
yes.
thing to us that had a red box, right? And so, there's four of us and get the key, go in. As soon as I open the door, I was like, oh, hell no.
Oh, gosh.
I was like, oh, hell no. When I tell you the whole cabin was smaller than the space that we're sitting in right now.
No.
For our viewers, this is a spacious
It's a pretty-
studio,
No.
but
Not
I
that
wouldn't want to
spacious.
spend a whole weekend
Yeah.
with two children, two or three
What?
children.
This is probably like 8 by 10.
Yeah. And so, like,
And we trip over these cords all the
Right.
time.
Yeah, Noah's knee is probably in your back right now.
right. And so
That's our next sketch. Back-to-back episodes. All right, sorry.
And now, mind you, this cabin was supposed to have 2 beds, right? A kitchen, a bathroom, and a dining area.
How'd you book this cabin? Was it B&B? Was it Verbo? Was it a weird website?
I think it was a
Right.
weird website.
It's got to be.
And so, because
Yeah.
we're used to doing.
BlueRidgeRentals.com.
Right.
Right.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
Slash.
Petting zoo. / no graffiti.
Indian Burial Ground. Also, no interracial couples.
White power.
Yeah, /////
Oh,
All
my
right.
God.
So
Underscore.
it's a small racist. All right, I'll shut up.
Good. All right,
it's
it's
small.
tiny.
There's no
Yes.
bathroom.
Oh, no. All of those things are there in a space smaller than this
Shut
room.
up.
I'm
Oh
not
my
even
gosh.
kidding you. So the refrigerator, right? I'm using air quotes here. The refrigerator was like it aspired to be a mini fridge.
Oh my gosh.
Cooler.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. It was like a cooler,
cooler that
that's-
plugs in?
That plugs in, right? Like we couldn't even put a gallon of milk in there.
Oh my gosh.
Stop.
Could not even put a gallon of milk. I've never even seen this, but apparently they make 1-burner stoves.
What?
Yeah.
That's
I'm
called
pretty sure-
a Bunsen burner.
Right. I'm pretty sure
But it
that,
was like it's like in.
Like a stove, like installed
Yeah.
somewhere?
yeah, it was, and I'm like, shit, I'm sure this is probably older than my grandmother. Like,
Oh my gosh.
Shout out 84 or 5-year-old
right,
grandma.
84
Right,
or 85
84 or
years
5.
old. That's right. And so I'm like, all right, well, this is going to be interesting. Now, mind you, we're supposed to be there for 3 days, right?
Were there not pictures when you guys booked?
Yeah, but I don't think there were pictures
They're
of
just really
that
close up.
actual.
Cabin.
Cabin.
It
Like,
was
they weren't
just
showing us, like,
okay.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
you
it
want
was
to
like,
like
the zoom angles, like
Right.
super wide.
if you want a wilderness experience in the heart of Blue Ridge, like
Oh,
this is your
wow.
spot with animals and
Because you're gonna
all
have
this
to be
stuff.
outside because it's so
Right.
tiny.
Exactly. And so I'm like, okay, there's one light bulb in the whole thing, and it's in
Wait.
the dining area.
Wait.
Stop. Oh my god.
So is there not a light in the bathroom, or is the bathroom share?
Yeah, keep the
Like,
door
is the bathroom open
bathroom
to the
common
dining
area?
room?
Yeah.
Is it a dining
Is it
slash
next
bathroom?
to the one burner,
It's across from the burner.
but same room?
With no
like-
light bulb?
Maybe a curtain.
Maybe it had a light bulb.
But where are the beds?
So all right. So you walk in, right? And you're in the room. Your immediate left is the cooler that plugs in. There immediately in front of you, there's a table that is small, that's about half the size that we're at right now. There are
Oh my
4
gosh.
tiny children chairs. I'm 6'3", 180. Like, I'm not a big guy, but I
You're
could
like 5
You're
feet taller than your wife.
6'3"?
Right, exactly. I could barely fit in those chairs. I'm like, this is not comfortable. I'm just gonna stand. When you open the door,
What's the height like? Speaking of standing,
8 foot ceilings at least,
yeah,
hopefully.
I think
Alright.
it's 8 foot ceilings for sure. When you open the door, immediately to the right is the burner. To the left of that is a sink. When you go in, straight behind the table is like one of those really old heaters. The coil heaters.
Yeah.
where's
Yeah.
the VHS
Like-
player?
Yeah.
It's giving treehouse.
I don't know what that is.
Like
A
a little
treehouse?
treehouse.
Oh yeah, I grew up poor in the city. I don't know anything about
It's
trees.
giving like little like miniature kitty kitchen, treehouse, playhouse.
Yeah,
like,
this definitely wasn't for adults. Like, this is not made for adults.
So
I
what's
don't
your
know.
move? What's the adult's move? If you're stuck in this cabin all weekend, what happens next?
Oh, I'll tell you what
Okay.
happens. Like, so we're trying to
getting
like,
there.
I'm getting to the like, I'm just in shock at this point, right?
Mhm.
Like, I'm in shock. Like, wow, this is not a lot of space, and there's one little cut of, I guess space with 2 bunk beds like right on top of each other. Like those are the 2 beds. Okay, one on top.
Those
of
are
each
the
other.
only 2 beds?
Yeah, there's only 2 beds.
Oh, wow.
And between the coil heater,
These bunk king beds?
definitely,
I know, right?
definitely
Is
not.
that a thing?
And then
Should be.
oh, it could be. That would be kind of cool.
That would be kind of cool.
that actually,
So much
It
room
would
for
take
activities.
up this entire cabin, though.
Right.
Right.
Not happening here.
I'm pretty sure 2 king bunk beds would be more than what the cabin offered.
Yes.
Square footage, obviously. I've done the calculations.
Yes, there's 1 square foot. Like, that's it. That's it. And so the bathroom was in between the coil heater and like the bedroom area, right? And so I go in there and I look, there's a toilet and a stand-up shower, and it's just a curtain. And I'm like, they didn't put a lot of effort into this stand-up shower because it was just, I guess, whatever not tiling, but whatever the ceramic thing is that you can make a tub. And it's like, there's just a drain there.
Yeah, wow.
And
This is so sad.
I look
Yeah.
up, and I mean, I stopped counting after about 6 spiders from like different kinds.
They said
got
you were
some
going to be in the
granddaddy-
wilderness.
Right. Like, you got granddaddy long legs.
Sure, okay.
I know
That's
you
all
meant by
right.
petting zoo.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was not expecting petting spiders, but it's a nice surprise. And I'm not a fan of spiders.
That's not your thing.
It's not my thing. I got my superpower naturally. I didn't need to get bit by a spider.
Tell us
Um,
your superpower.
I'm cross-eyed, so I'm looking at Annsleigh and Maha right now at the exact same time.
Wow. So when you
Exactly.
walked in to see this
You
space,
saw this-
you saw
everything.
every,
You saw
every
every spider
at
Yes.
one time.
Yeah, the stove and the
And the
spider.
stove and the
stove.
bathroom.
Right. And I'm pretty sure there was a roach that was flipping pancakes.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Ratatouille roach. I
Yeah.
love it.
Exactly. He looked at me like, the fuck are you doing here? Like, I rented
You're
this
like, the
out."
fuck are you doing?
Right.
We I'm in my giant ass penthouse. I'm a little ass roach.
So I
Right.
feel like kids tell the truth. So I feel like sometimes when kids walk into space, like they're like, "What's
Cool,
this?"
tiny house.
Oh yeah, so I'm the first one through, right? I'm like, all right, cool. Well, I'm not gonna ruin family vacation. We're in COVID, like we just wanted to get away from everyone and have a good time. And so I'm like, all right, guys, come on in. They're like, do we need to bring our stuff? No, we're good.
Yeah,
We're
leave
good.
that in the car.
Just come on in and take a look. And we go in there, and so my daughter's the oldest one. She's 7 at the time. My son is 4. They're going, wow, cool. Like they saw one of those old TVs. It was a TV DVD player combo.
Yeah,
VHS
it was like
combo.
directly-
Yeah, it was like, I don't know, 12 or 13-inch TV that was
That's
sitting on top of the
hilarious.
stand that was right next to the
Like
coil
everything's
heater.
so small.
Yeah.
It's made
Doubles
for
as a
kids.
dinner table.
Right, exactly. And they're like, this is great. I'm ready to unload and get to exploring and everything. And then my wife comes in and she just looks like, nah, this ain't it. Nah, this ain't
She's
it.
bite sized. What is
Yeah.
she?
I know, like,
not
this
gonna
is made
work.
for you.
Right.
What are you complaining about? I'm the one that has problems here. And so then the parent discussion happens, right? Like, what are
You
we
gotta step to the
going?
side.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys.
Y'all go play with the one burner.
Right, exactly. Don't pick a fight with that roach. He'll probably kill you. And
Do y'all like stay the 3 days after this conversation?
oh hell no. No,
Yeah,
we
let's-
do not.
let's-
We don't
What
even
was the
stay.
parent conversation.
It was do you think we can get our money back? And what lie are we going to come up with to tell them that we cannot stay here?
This is do you even need to lie? Like
I
this
can't
piece
lie
of
down.
shit, y'all
Almost.
misrepresented it.
Because based on his statements of the advertisement,
Everything they
it didn't
said was
say-
there.
Yeah,
Was there?
like,
You're
they
right.
Didn't
You're
read the
right.
fine print.
Right.
I did not. You definitely did not. We did not read the fine print. Now there are other parts of it that was kind of cool. Like we explored the area, and they had like the petting zoo area.
What were the animals' quarters like? More spacious?
I know,
Yeah,
right?
way more. Like they had some bunnies in cages, and I was like, "Shit, I'll trade you." I mean, come on, give me a couple of carrots and a pack of Snickers, and this is a done deal.
Done.
Like, you can
Right.
have ours, and I'll trade you. But like they have a campground area. They had a little creek that ran through it, and so we're like, all right, well, let's go explore the place before we come back and find out what we're really going to do. So we go and do that. And the kids are loving it, right? Like they don't know any better.
Right.
They have no idea
Idiots.
that this
Fuck
place
this,
sucks.
awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Where are you guys gonna sleep?
Right.
It's real good.
Yeah. And so we do that, and then we get back. I'm hungry. What are we gonna eat? I'm like, based on this, maybe each other. Like, I don't even know if we're gonna survive this. And so we make them sandwiches or something. I don't even know. They're vegetarian. We made them something without meat in it. And
Yeah.
I'm a vegetarian too.
really,
Yeah.
like, so we did it. We did it purposely for my kids. But if they told me they wanted a burger now, we'd give it to them. But
Mhm.
now, like my daughter, she won't eat anything that like no chicken, no fish, no anything.
Oh wow.
Not even soy. She won't even eat fake meat.
Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. I mean, she wants to. She can. So
All
you
right.
want to do
No
it.
rules.
Right.
Right. But so they eat, and then I'm like, all right, it's getting a little bit late. It's getting towards the late afternoon. I'm like, we got to go. So now I'm like, all right, well, where are we going to stay? Because now, mind you, I booked this place for what, 3 or 4 nights already,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a significant amount of money. I mean, you know, I didn't want it to go to waste.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
And so then I call one of my coworkers. I'm like,
I got
hey,
this great, spacious place.
Yeah.
you also have children that like animals. Have I got a deal for you?
Oh no.
You scoundrel.
Right.
But here's the thing. I was going to give it to him for free.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't going
okay.
to charge him. I was going
He's
to charge
super
him.
short.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not as tall
Is
as
that
I
your
am.
friend Maha?
Right.
And so I called
Janet's
him up.
pretty small too.
Janet would have had a ball.
And I called him up, and unfortunately, he wasn't able to do it. So I'm like, man, shit, all of this is going to go for nothing, right?
Did y'all didn't even try to get your money back?
So I went to the lady that looked like death, and I was like, hey, my grandma's really sick.
Oh no.
At this point, he thinks she's like 81. You
Right.
Yeah.
He's 82 or
83
83.
something,
Something
yeah.
like that. Like, again, old
don't
enough
have a
to
lot
do-
of years left, whatever she is.
Yeah. Old enough to do whatever she wants. Right.
Right.
And I was like, we have to drive back to Atlanta. And like, she was talking to me, and all I could think about was just like, yo, I just want to leave here as quickly as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think they gave us like a voucher for like another weekend or something.
Oh,
like that
awesome.
I
Great.
I was like, yeah, we're never
Never
cashing
coming
this
back
shit.
here again.
But she was like, well, you know, you can still use it for the day we got there and the next day. I was like, all right, whatever. So then I'm like, well, what are we going to do? Because I'm not about to drive again all the way back down home. And so she's like, let's go to Helen. Great.
Helen, Georgia.
Helen's a fun place.
What time of year are we here?
Oktoberfest, Helen?
That's
or-
where my mind went.
Yeah.
This is early pandemic, right?
Mid. So maybe like August, September.
Okay.
Well, they haven't cracked the kegs yet up at
No.
our area, so no Oktoberfest.
Mm-mm.
Continue.
Are you going? Are they still having it this October?
I would
I
hope
think
so,
it happened
but
already. It was this past weekend.
Really?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I've been once.
So you get to Helen. Is it hell or heaven?
So trying to find a place there was very difficult because, you know, people during the pandemic, they wanted to leave like the city and go up into the into North Georgia and do whatever, like tube the Chattahoochee or whatever, right? And so we checked about 4 different hotels, motels. They were all full until we get like to the outskirts of the downtown area.
Another weird website that you're using?
This one was all on
mainstream?
foot. Yeah. The old feet to the path.
Oh, like you actually drove around.
Yeah, like we actually drove around.
Okay.
And we get there, and the guy was like, "Yeah, we've got
service.
3 rooms.
Oh,
We got 3 rooms available. The first room, it smelled like somebody had just been murdered there, and cigarettes."
Awesome.
And I was like, "Yeah, "We can't do that."
Murder and cigarettes.
Right. I'm okay with the murder. It's the cigarettes that was really bothering me.
Well, they do slowly murder you, I'm
Right.
told, so.
Exactly. And so then we went to the backside, and there was another family there. I think they were from like North Carolina or something. Their kids were having a blast. They were in the pool. I know it was around August, September because people were still using the pool. And so we get a room there. My kids make friends with their kids. Don't remember their names, but they were all happy. The refrigerator there was bigger than the one at the at the cabin.
Bigger than the plug-in
So your
cooler.
milk's
Right.
cold now.
Right. It's getting cold now. Everything is kosher in the world. And then we're just trying to figure out what are we going to do tomorrow. So I'm like, look, let's just go to bed. We'll figure it out in the morning. So wake up the next morning. I'm like, you know what'll be a great idea? In 2019, we went to Chattanooga. Chattanooga's beautiful. It's an awesome downtown area. You've got the aquarium. Like you've got all these little pop-up
Sea Rock City.
these little pop-up water fountains like in the middle of their downtown area.
Oh,
And so I'm like,
cool.
let's go do that. But let's go get your sister and bring her with us. So my wife's
You
sister.
are very much like spontaneous.
So she could watch the kids or just
No,
'cause?
my sister-in-law is 18 years younger than my wife and I.
Ah.
And so she likes to just get out of the house and hang out with my kids. Like my daughter calls her big sis.
Okay.
Yeah. Even though that's her
Wait,
aunt.
where was she? There, like on the way to
Yeah.
Chattanooga? Or?
No, like we were like, let's go get Sandra. Let's go home.
From
let's
Georgia.
go get Sandra in Clayton County and then bring her back up and let's go to Chattanooga and have some
Okay.
fun up in Chattanooga. Like, cool. So
This is like a whole another episode.
because
Because now we got a new character,
I know,
a
right?
new setting, a new location.
The third child has been found.
right. So, but it was like I can't let like we're pot committed at this point. Like
Yeah.
we've already put in several $100s on this vacation to last from Thursday to Sunday. So we got to do something. And going back home
It's
is
defeat.
defeat. Like
Yeah.
we're not
Except you
giving
guys
up.
did.
Yeah.
Right.
To get Sandra.
Right. So we're like, we're going to go back home, but we're coming right back out. And so we do that. We drive about an hour and a half from Helen, 2 hours, whatever it is. We go and pick her up. Then we drive up to Chattanooga. I'm like, man, Chattanooga's awesome. We're going to have a good time. They've got good food up there. They've got bands that are playing out in the middle of the street and downtown area. We can walk around, blah, 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 blah. Get there. Everything's shut down.
Oh,
Oh,
because
COVID.
COVID.
Didn't do your research.
Damn.
And then
No.
made that friend.
And
Dad.
and my
Dad.
wife was the one who was like, no, let's just go home. Like it's obviously not gonna work.
That's
Like
defeat, honey.
we've been defeated. I'm like,
Never.
never. No, I'm not gonna let this get the best of us. So
What's the vacation guy? Chevy Chase?
Yes.
He's like,
yes.
no, this is going to
National
be the...
Lampoon's Vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ma, I saw some detour signs.
I didn't see any.
I saw them when you and Mom were trying to fold the map.
Audrey, when they close the road, they put up big signs like this one.
Yeah, I wish it was that awesome.
Everything shut down. Is there a last moment to our ending trial of situation? Do we go to another? Do we go to another spot, or do we pack it up and stay in Georgia?
Where did you make your last stand?
We went back to the farm area.
No.
Wait,
because
the
it was on the
first-
way. Yeah. Because it was on
You
the
went
way.
back to the lady that looked like
With an
dead.
extra person?
with an
in that
extra
tiny,
person.
tiny space?
Oh no! We didn't stay there. We just went there and
Okay.
used
Oh,
their
and
facilities.
utilized
Okay,
Yeah, like
small
okay.
facilities.
All right.
That's right. We just went there, let the kids have fun with the animals again. They played in the little creek, and I was just angry the entire time. I was
Yeah.
like, this is not why I work 60, 70 hours a week. Like,
Your determination is there, though, and I
Right.
appreciate it. You got
Yeah.
heart.
I wouldn't have given up either.
Yeah.
You'd gone too far at that point.
Only a few times the kids like got to see like the frustration, but for the most part, they were just like
They had a blast.
they didn't care.
Yeah.
Like,
They're
Aw,
small,
to be a
so,
kid
yeah,
again.
You know,
yeah. I'm
that
like,
was a
yeah.
super spacious house.
Yeah, for them.
And so, what advice would you give our listeners? You said from this point on, you would never plan your own event or plan your own vacation.
Who plans them now?
My brother-in-law.
Is he a vacation planner?
Yes.
Or?
No. Well, he does a lot of traveling.
Mhm.
A lot. He visits all the national parks throughout the
cool.
Southeast and the United States. Like he knows what to do, what websites to go to, what deals to get. So since then, I think we've had 2 other vacations. He's planned them.
Full size
Awesome.
beds.
Yes.
Right.
Right.
Full-size stoves.
Right.
Refrigerators.
Refrigerators.
hmm All
Right.
the amenities.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well,
No more
Danny,
camping.
did you make a meme from this experience?
I haven't yet.
Too soon.
Right. I haven't yet. Most of my memes are law related because as Maha
True.
mentioned earlier, I'm a personal injury attorney, and I just like to make
They're pretty
fun.
hilarious.
I like to make fun of super lawyers. so-
Lit attorney memes.
lit at.
I know, it kind
lit
of hurts my feelings because I'm
attorney
definitely a super lawyer, but
memes.
whatever. Look, only lawyers know that it's bullshit. The general public thinks it's awesome. Let us live.
Like super lawyers is like what is it the who's who? Is that what they did in high
Okay,
school?
no, that you just have to pay. Super lawyers is peer nominated,
Okay.
and only the top 2.5% of attorneys. Just kidding. If anybody nominates you, you basically get it.
You
But,
get it.
but that's what they say.
But you were still nominated, Maha, and I'm proud of you.
Oh yeah,
I nominated Maha like
been a
5
super
times.
lawyer, shall we? Yeah, I'm gonna nominate you. Ironically, next
I
year.
keep getting those emails. I feel like my friends are doing that on purpose
You
now.
probably are a super lawyer. You don't have
You
to
like the
accept.
ugly
like-
girl getting nominated to homecoming court? That's sad.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
That's what you mean. You said ironically. I didn't say
Yeah.
it.
Well, Danny, I really appreciate you sharing because I feel like it was still some frustration there while you were telling the story. And so I'm glad you got to use this space to get out
Yeah.
your
I
Get
chest.
it
felt
off
the
your
raw
chest.
emotion. It
I
was
did.
palpable.
I may be a little bit salty about that still.
Yeah. As you should.
You want
be.
to plug that beautiful community in Blue Ridge?
No. I don't. I want other
Link
people
in
to
comments.
Get, yeah.
All right.
Right.
I want people to get tricked just like I did.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh. On that note,
Yeah.
we're going to thank you, Danny, for coming to our show.
Thank you. I appreciate it. This
Hopefully
was
we
fun.
don't have a part 2 of a crazy story. I hope you continue to have successful.
Right.
Yeah, with the
trips.
brother-in-law plan trips.
Yes, absolutely.
And don't
I
forget to
appreciate
follow
it.
his meme page, guys.
Lit attorney memes on Instagram,
That's
right?
right.
And our
it.
page.
Yeah, us too. Also follow us. Once Upon a BNB.
Yes,
As I'm sure all our faithful listeners already do.
But you know.
Well, yep, that's it, Danny.
All right.
I'm Annsleigh. Glad to have you.
Thank you guys.
Ian, kind of fucked out at that time.
My F baby, ready to go see Weezy F baby tonight. Woo!
Not before our back-to-back episode
Right.
recording. Foreshadowing.
For listening to Once Upon a BNB, we'll hit you next time. Bye.